Alright, time for another progress video. I've been crafting for a good day now or so. I kind of been doing it slowly. I bought about, I think it was good 2k sapphires uncut. And then bought 2k gold bars. I cut the sapphires and making bracelets, and it's actually not too bad. I mean, you get the 50 experience for cutting the gem, and then getting 60 experience for making the bracelet. Now, normally for cutting a sapphire, you would lose, I think it was like 600 or 700 GP, and that was horrible. So I looked at something else that you could turn it into, and the best thing would be to turn it into a bracelet for the more experience and pretty much the better price on of what you're gonna lose. Instead of losing the 600 to 700 GP, only gonna be losing about I think it was a good 500 or 400, somewhere around there. And with a little bit more crafting experience, double the crafting experience and lose about half the GP. It's not too bad. So I'll probably be doing this for crafting, for sure, because this is some really nice crafting experience, especially when you're cutting the gems. It is some really fast experience, because I think I timed it, and you can cut about you can do about a good 144 inventories. It's about that, like 140 to 150 inventories in an hour, which is a lot. I think that's a good like 3k or a little bit over 3k gems cut in an hour, which obviously makes gem cutting some of the fastest experience you can get in the game, but a loss. Now, for other things that I've been doing was, I did finally actually get this. This was Bones to Peaches. Finally get that. That took forever. I spent a good, I spent almost a half a day on it, and then I went and did some other stuff, and then the next day I got on, and pretty much just spent the whole day on it, or at least just the rest of the time, to get Bones to Peaches. And then after that, I went and actually did combat, and it got some combat levels. I did actually get 77 combat. As you can see, I got 68 strength, 63 hit points, and a 45 defense. The defense, I wasn't even realizing, I wasn't even paying attention that I had done Firmic Trails, and wasn't using the Warrior's Helmet or Berserker or even the Archer's one, which makes me feel kind of stupid after not realizing that. So yeah, went ahead and got the 4 more defense levels. Really with the helmets though, that was really just me not really liking combat a whole lot. I just really wasn't paying attention to that. So let's see. The 37 farming, yeah, I started kind of getting into farming a little bit more. I know before I was saying like I was gonna really only do Sorcerer's Garden, really, but there's just no way I can stick to that, just because how easy farming actually really is. It doesn't take that much time to do, and when I'm just sitting there like not thinking of what to do, I'll go and do some farming. Just doing willow trees, that's all I'm going to probably be doing, willow trees, and for now, until I can get a little bit higher, it'll just be planting Raynars, also planting marigolds and sometimes limpet roots, and also planting sweet corns. Now you might kind of wonder why I always plant sweet corns, but I always just plant those just because I use them for making tuna and corn. You can put a cooked piece of sweet corn and a cooked piece of tuna in a bowl, and it makes tuna and corn. And with that, you can actually put that on a potato with butter, and it'll make a tuna potato. And they're worth like 1.7K or something like that in the GE. And it seems like a lot of work, but when it's just something that you want to do to get some random money, it's just there to do. So that's something that I do for money. You don't get a lot of sweet corns, obviously, but I do also buy my own sweet corns as well from the GE. But just from getting them from farming, it just makes it a little bit more entertaining, to say the least, that I actually got the ingredients all myself. So 79 woodcutting. Pretty sure all I was really doing was just really random things for woodcutting. I was chopping eucalyptus logs, which is the white logs. They're alright experience. I probably would say they're faster than yew trees. They don't sell whatsoever though in a GE. I'll say that right now. They are worth fire making though, for sure. If you're just in the area of where the eucalyptus logs are, or trees, I guess. If you're in the area of those trees, if you can find a spot where you really don't get attacked, it's actually a really good thing to sit there and cut those and light them, because they are actually a one-click light. You just click the log and it lights it, because you can't craft them in anything, so that's a really handy thing. Pretty much, yeah, I was like cutting eucalyptus logs. I would light those. I cut some random yew trees. Was cutting some mage trees even. I think I did a couple of evil trees as well. One of them I got there like right at the end, which was kind of saddening, but I think it was like 2K woodcutting experience and like 1K fire making or something like that. Not too bad, but I think the second one I had got to, there was still a good amount left, and I got a good like 25K experience from that. So that was well worth it. And also with these, the update with Squid of Fortune, I've really honestly have realized that you kind of get the things from just doing random skilling. Like how it says like you can get a bonus one for doing whatever this week. Well, you can even get them. I mean, I know they've said in the update that you can get them from even skilling, but I kind of have realized that the more that you do a skill that kind of seems more expensive is actually when it more gives them to you, which I think is kind of weird. Like I had actually, when I had gotten up to 73 herb, I had actually gotten about I think like 2 while I gotten to 73 herb, and while after 73 herb, the random experience that I've gotten so far, I've gotten like another 3 or 4, but I was making like higher up potions. Like before I was only making attack potions, and it was almost like every 200 to 300 potions I'd get a random spin for the Squid of Fortune, which, that was pretty cool. But then I sat there and I was randomly needing some prayer pots, so I went ahead and I just bought 100 Raynars and collected my own snake grass and made 100 prayer potions. And just making 100 prayer potions, I had gotten another random ticket thing. So I sat there and just made, I'd had about like, I think it was like 70 something. Yeah, it was like 70-something dwarf weeds I had in my bank. I went ahead and made those all into ranging potions and got another ticket to spin. So it's quite odd how it's been working with getting those random spins. And I've kind of also noticed anything that you do that you have like a full inventory, you'll never get them, because I've gotten almost about a good 200K experience in the fletching. Just sitting there, at the bank, just fletching, and I haven't gotten a single one from that. So I'm guessing your inventory has to be not full to get them, or maybe it just drops on the floor and I just don't know it. I don't really know, but I thought that was quite a random thing to note on. The 72 mining, that was pretty much as you saw from the last video whenever I was at the Clan Citadel. I had actually ended up with needing like 3k experience after I was done with capping at the Citadel, because I just went ahead and got my 1200 resource cap just doing mining, just because I'm really wanting to have 77 mining to do concentrated coal, because that will make mining a lot easier. So I was just doing that, but yeah, I literally ended up with about like 3k experience level, and I was like, really? So went ahead and I think all I did was just went to Shiloh Village and just did some gem mining, which is what got me into doing this, actually. Quite funny enough. It was because I had looked at like prices for gems to see what was uncut and what was cut, and I saw that that sapphires were actually kind of going up, the uncut. So I was kind of tempted to sell them, but then whenever I saw that the bracelets weren't so much more, it was gonna be like basically losing half on just buying the sapphire, because I think the sapphires I was paying like 1050. It's pretty expensive. And then like the bar was like I think like 120 or like 125s, so something around there, and which makes it almost like a 1.1k to, or almost even 1.2k just to make the bracelet, and the bracelet's about like 560. So I mean, you know, you could sell them back and you lose about half your money. It's not too bad to me, especially because really, what's the point of sitting there and just having your money just sitting in the bank and collecting dust? There's really not a point. You might as well just spend it on skills or spend it on something you've like always wanted. You know, like me, I have some of the things I've always wanted. You know, dragon pickaxe. I have dragon claws after getting 60 attack. I actually even had them before I got 60 attack. That was just to make me get 60 attack, because I mean, spending 12 mil on something is going to make me want to actually get that 60 attack to use it. So things like that have made me get levels, especially in combat, because I don't like combat at all. And actually getting 60 attack allowed me to be able to wear my my hatchet, which makes me excited as well. So my pickaxe, my hatchet, the D-claws, and even the D-long, which I don't even use, never have used, but also the dagger as well. But, think that it's gonna be it. I'm still really tempted on training summoning or not. Might do some of it at some point, maybe soon, but I might just wait until later, because I'm still wanting the charms for at least Garrock, and I believe that's 57, so getting up to 57, enough charms, that'll probably take a while, especially we're saying without doing the quest. I mean, I know I get a good amount of gold charms, and I'll get the quest done, and I'll get experience in the summoning already. So I might try to see, like, I think you can get to like 19 or 20 with the charms that he gives. So I'll have to take that note to remember that I can get to that level just from the quest. So I guess that's the end of this progress video. I hope you liked it, and talk to you later. Bye.